Welcome to the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib. Khary's crib. Khary's crib. Khary's crib.
What's good and Tim, pretty people? Friday evening. My name is Khary. This is my crib. And I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that you didn't know you needed to be a part of. We have another dope show for you tonight. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champs and Rihanna is pregnant. We'll talk about it. Skip Bayless said a word about NFL owners and why they don't hire black coaches. It's very interesting. We'll get into it. Deepfakes. What are they and what are the legalities around them? We'll talk about this, that, and a bunch more. I'm joined by the homie Bees Buddha. The homie DC is joining us tonight. What's up to everybody watching? Podcast listeners listening. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you're not already. Share this to your feeds. Feed the algorithm. We can have a good time tonight. Phone lines are open. Area code 813-559-3339. Hit us up. Let us know your thoughts. Jump in the chat. Drop a comment. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not. I'll wait a couple of seconds while you subscribe if you haven't done that already and hit that like button. You ready? You hitting that like button? All right. Okay. What is going on? How is everybody doing? What's going on, Wayne? I see you over there in the chat. We are chilling tonight. We are joined. We got a guest host tonight. We got the homie DC joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying? I actually known DC for a few years now. I actually met him at Smoking Words probably about what? 3, 4, probably 5 years ago, maybe?
6 years back. Yeah, that was about 2017.
Yeah, something like that, you know? Yeah. And every time I bump into DC, man, we always just kick it and chill and just politic for a little bit and shit. And I bumped into him last night at Smoking Words, actually. And we started talking, and I asked him, how's the comedy going? Because he's doing comedy, you know, and he's having a successful start at comedy from what I understand, you know. But when I first met him, he actually gave me a mixtape. It was called, what was it called?
No Risk, No Reward.
No Risk, No Reward. And that shit was tough. He had a song on there called C'est La Vie. I was like, yo, this shit right here, this shit go, yo. I was like, yo, this right here, go, yo. I'm like, yo, you need to be pushing this joint, you know? And but he's recently going into comedy, you know, and we was talking last night and he was like, yo, I've been doing rap for a while and I never got paid to rap. They say I've been getting paid to do my comedy. I ain't mad at that. And what else you said? What else you said about comedy versus rap?
Oh yeah. You don't need no Draco. You don't need no Draco. You don't need no pills. You don't need all you need is the funny, man. It's very safe.
Yeah, he said, you don't need no Draco to tell comedy. He said it's a lot safer. And you got a show tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, man. 7th Avenue, Ybor.
Down in Ybor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you sent me the invite the other night and shit. I'm gonna come slide through and check it out and shit like that.
Definitely.
I think have you ever done stand up at Smoking Words?
No, I ain't never did it.
You haven't? Okay. I think I might have just seen you on your Instagram and stuff that you've posted.
Yeah, man. It's been going great with the comedy, man. It's been nothing but a blessing.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, for that.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna come through them all night. Check it out.
Yes, sir. You're gonna enjoy yourself.
Ooh, that was nasty, but good at the same time. Khary over here in the chat says, "Yo, facts. Comedy has got to be safer than the rap industry."
Shit.
That's a fact. That's a
Rap.
fact.
Yo, and you know the thing is, ain't no health insurance, none of that for rap, yo.
At all.
You ain't never heard none of that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's way different than the rap world, man. If you got 5 minutes of decent material, you'll get paid. You'll get booked and paid.
That's what's up. And here goes another benefit of comedy over rap. Comedy, you can look broke and nobody will care. Rap, they ain't gonna fuck with you until you stop looking broke.
Exactly. and it's easier to be your own boss in comedy.
You can book yourself, you can manage yourself if done correctly.
Easier to put other people on in comedy.
Okay.
So that's why you think that's why Keenan went the route he went?
Who did?
Keenan Ivory Wayans. You think that's why he went the route he went? Because he put his whole family on. He put everybody. You know what I'm saying?
He put on his family more.
Exactly, and they all was funny. That was the key. They were funny, and they knew the right people.
Here goes a question. For you.
Yeah.
If not for Keenan Ivory Wayans, would there be a Jennifer Lopez?
We can't determine. We can't determine that.
And I say no, we wouldn't have a Jennifer Lopez, and I say that because the connection she made was because she was a dancer on Living Color.
But then that's like saying that's like, yo, so without Robert Townsend, would there be a Keenan Ivory Wayans?
No.
You get what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
I feel like
no,
but,
and I would say no. Without a Richard Pryor, would there be a Dave Chappelle?
Yeah. I wouldn't I ain't seen Keenan Ivory Wayans in none of them J-Lo movies or songs. So your talent is your talent. Somebody's gonna put you on if
not necessarily.
Eventually if you get
I say not necessarily because it's all about your path. You know, and I think there's a specific path you need to take to get to where you need to go. Or get where you want to go. And if that path wasn't there, would she have gotten to where she wanted to be?
But they didn't know that.
Or was she just...
They didn't know.
No, they didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
right, they didn't know.
Stuff,
no.
She was just a dancer.
Exactly. Nobody knew what she was going to become. Nobody knew what she was going to become. But I was just wondering, if that path wasn't there, would she have still been on that path?
Yeah. I would hope that she would have still found her way.
You know,
but luckily it was there.
Wayne over here says, I think it would be. She was a background dancer for Janet Jackson. Was she a background dancer before or after Living Single? I mean, in Living Color.
I would say,
you know, just
I don't know. With everybody, I feel like this. It's all about your opportunity, your moment, and if you snatch that moment when it comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people get several moments. Some people's moments ain't till later on in life. Like, for instance, Samuel L. Jackson really ain't become who he was until he was 40.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's all about your moment and when your moment comes. If you're gonna be it, your moment's gonna come.
And also one more thing. I've never seen J-Lo in a skit on a Living Color.
No, she wasn't. She was only a dancer. She was only a fly girl.
That's what I'm saying. So if they would have put her in a couple skits, maybe
she was only a fly girl.
She figured that out after Living Color.
No, but I'm saying the connections that she made from being on Living Color, the doors that being on Living Color opened, that probably would not have been open for her had she not been there. You know, like if she
everything plays a part.
Right.
Everything plays right. Just like we met, and you met me through music. You feel me? That's why I'm here tonight. So each step, plays a part.
Now let me ask you this. Do you write more as a comic than as a rapper?
Nah, I wrote way more as a rapper because I wanted it. I actually studied. You know, everybody wanted to be a rapper. It was if you grew up in the 90s, like that was like damn near
I wanted to be a rapper
goal.
at one point.
Like
Bees was
because we live, breathe, eat music
he was
at one
outside
point.
battling niggas. I was outside battling niggas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, because with the music, I wrote way more. I had notebooks of shit.
Yeah. Now you need to get notebooks of shit with your comedy too. Now you said you did a show with Ed Lover, and he gave you some advice. What kind of advice did he give you?
He pretty much just telling us his path on, you know.
Okay.
To what got him into comedy, you know. He pretty much gave us the same old, you know, keep going type advice. He's just pretty much telling us the stories about being around famous people and how they worked their way up to where they are now.
Okay.
I feel like Ed Lover, I feel like Ed Lover was always a comedian, even though he was a host of a hip hop.
I think that's why he got the job.
But I feel like he was a comedian from the beginning, because he was always trying to be funny. Because if you really think about it, the Ed Lover dance was really something to be funny. It wasn't actually No, that's the man.
No. The Ed Lover dance was
Yeah.
That was the Ed Lover dance.
With the hips.
That was the Ed Lover dance. You know, I think it was
And it was only when the DJ played that certain song. You know what I'm saying?
Let the drummer damn, what the fuck?
It's called the 500 number. And that shit.
Damn, what the hell was the name of that?
It's called the 500 number, yo. That I know, about 45 Kings.
The 900 number, that's what it was called. The
900 number, okay.
Yeah, about the 45 Kings. Yep.
Okay, I got something right.
Yeah, that was it. Now, from I watch a lot of comedians and shit like that, and I watch a lot of interviews with comedians too. I don't know why, because I'm not trying to be a comedian, but one of the things that I've heard comedians say that they think comedians should do is write a lot, and not just write like jokes, but like write scripts and shit like that. The shit that you think is funny, shit that you encounter and think is funny, you know? Because I've heard a lot of comedians actually make a super dope living writing fucking for other people. Not just jokes for other people, but like scripts and shit like that, you know? Like Trevor Noah had a team of people writing shit for him every fucking day, you know?
Exactly.
So, and that's why that's just something I've heard in the past, and that's.
Look at Paul Mooney. With Paul Mooney with Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Shit, Paul Mooney with Richard Pryor. Paul Mooney with Dave Chappelle. The Dave Chappelle show. You know, Dave Chappelle wasn't writing that shit by himself.
Yeah, I know that.
You know,
but Paul Mooney is the guy you go to. Well, what?
I feel like
today.
I'm at the stage where I'm trying to figure out myself as a comedian.
No, I get definitely.
It's so new and writing jokes. We don't have. It ain't like music where the beat could design your pattern.
Right. So
your flow.
You was at Smoking Words last night, and I think you saw that girl that performed there last night. That did comedy. You know.
Yeah.
I think I've seen her do that routine about 4 or 5 different times.
Yeah.
Each time.
Is it interesting each time you see it, or is it different?
Let me tell you this. Each time, she massaged it a little more. But even though I heard it a few times, the way she delivered it last night made me feel like it was a brand new time I heard it, and like that was the best I heard her deliver it. But she took like maybe 3 months just figuring out that one routine. I was like, yeah, that's kind of dope how she just stuck to that one routine.
It's a whole. You're added. Sometimes you're editing your stuff live with comedy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you like, damn, you make a mistake, but it actually made the joke better.
Right.
And it got punchline faster. So it's comedy is luckily I'm one of them people that I'm always honest with myself. With comedy, you have to be honest with anything in life.
Right.
You're trying the art. You have to be honest and be self-aware.
Right, exactly. Self-awareness is key, because there was one point where I was like, you know what? I think I might go into comedy. I might go into comedy, you know? But then I realized it was only because I had a girlfriend that was really into me, so she made everything I say sound like it was super funny, you know? So I was aware that I wasn't as funny as I thought I was. She was just really into me, you know? So...
And that could be tricky also. Just because you're funny, that's what kept me from the stage for so long. Because I always knew, just because I'm funny with these one or two liners don't mean I know how to structure a whole joke. You feel me?
Right.
And I ain't never wanted to play with the art. I always was like, you know what, man?
So what made you say, fuck it, let me try it?
I finally, matter of fact, one of my homeboys, he told somebody that was having a comedy event that, DC will be a good host. That's how I got my start. Okay. And I got there and I realized, man, okay, these guys, I ain't want to like blow my own head up, but I'm like, I could do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was like, I can do that, but I know it's going to take a little time.
It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take something.
Because
it's going to be like becoming a good rapper. It takes time for you to hone your craft.
Yeah, that cadence.
Yeah.
You had to learn your cadence. You had to figure out you as a rapper.
Right. Exactly.
Because I guarantee you, your first rhyme does not sound like the 20th rhyme you wrote.
No. It doesn't. My first rhyme. Want to hear my first rhyme? Here go the first few bars. Here go the first few bars. When you step in, don't expect to step out. The danger zone. That's what it's all about. That's what I remember. But that's how it started, and my verses will never start like that again. You know?
I can tell that was a different time period in this world.
Yes.
That's the cadence.
And Wayne Mills said, Khary, you funny, but not that funny. You know? I agree. I'm not stand-up funny. I'm not stand-up funny.
And it's a reason why it's way more rappers than comedians.
Yeah.
It's because comedy is a very humbling thing.
Right.
That shit will humble you.
I'll say like this.
Because you.
Not finish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Gotta finish.
No, I'm saying because you could go and kill in one room, and then bomb in another. Like it's a mind game thing. Right. You have to believe in what you're delivering and how you're going to deliver it.
Right.
Like that's the stuff that I pick up along the way. Like just watching other comics do good in this room, because then you might be in a room where it's a mixed crowd. Then you might be in a room where it's all black or it's all white or Latino.
And white comedy is different from black comedy.
You're pretty much being a salesman on stage, because you're selling yourself to these people or whatever you're you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. No, I feel you.
It's simple but complicated at the same time. You just have to do it and know that, okay, you know how to read the room. Everywhere I go, I look at the audience. So I know, okay, I'm not going to touch on this. I'm not, you feel me? Sometimes I have to make up a whole new routine on spot.
And that's a gift to be able to do that.
Now that's when I always do it.
Nah, see, that it ain't what you call it. See, hold up. What happened is you was already a rapper, so you already knew. Sometimes if you forget the bars, you're gonna freestyle.
Yeah,
but I had that gift before.
Is different.
Yeah, no, I had that gift before rapping, because I used to always try to rhyme everything back in the days before I even started rapping. I started out dancing before anything. But I always was quick on my feet with responding.
Okay.
That's the first thing that made people say, man, you and your
homeboys used to snap on each other tough.
Shit, that's how I made friends. My personality. I swear. That's how I made friends growing up. Gotcha. Especially coming from Jamaica and not speak. Back in the 90s, your English was terrible. They getting on you. So that's how I made friends. That's how I was always known for my personality before anything. A lot of people didn't even know I do music.
Okay. Okay.
So that was always. But I didn't know how to do comedy. I didn't know where to start and how to start.
Well, I think your start started off good. I think. And I
Man, I wish I would have been doing this 10 years ago.
I tell you what, though, I've been going to Smoke and Words for about 6-7 years now, maybe even longer, right? And it's an open mic. You can come perform whatever.
Yeah, I think it's been 8. I want to say 8, like 8.
You
8, maybe 9.
You can come do whatever. If you want to do comedy, you can come do comedy. But I tell you what, I've probably seen 500 rappers. I've maybe seen like 4 comics.
Yeah, comedy is different, man. It's difficult at times if you pressure yourself, but it's an art, man. And I don't, just like music, I don't feel like you should play with anything like that.
Right. I agree.
You should. Yeah, you should take it serious. So I'm like, you know what? I know I'm not on these guys' level. They done put in 10 years. Mm-hmm. But I also know I also have my gifts and my strengths. And I can't, you feel me?
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
I remain humble, but I also know that, hey, you got the gift.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But you know what? Spent a lot of time on that. I didn't even mean to spend that much time on the intro. I actually spoke to DC. I actually spoke to DC. I was like, we try to make the intro like 5 minutes and we be going in. But here we go. But let's go ahead and jump into the first topic. You know what I'm saying? Last weekend, this ain't the goddamn topic I want to go on. But the topic I did want to go on was Kansas City being... Actually, you know what? No, this is the topic I want to start with. 5 Memphis cops plead guilty. 5 Memphis cops plead guilty. The cops that...
I thought they pled not guilty.
Yeah, they pled not guilty.
Pled not guilty. Oh, man, I put a typo on the damn thing. They pled not guilty, I meant. They pled not guilty. And I find it hard to believe that with the evidence we seen, that they trying to plead not guilty. They got some balls.
Ray Charles could have seen that.
They got some balls on them. So it's not guilty. That is not guilty.
I mean, that wasn't shocking for me because they have to give. Because if you plead guilty, then your lawyers why go to trial? They don't have. Yeah, the thing is, I learned. Look at Casey Anthony. We all knew she did it, but you have to prove. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw all the proof we need to see. I don't think there's
I know, but them pleading not guilty give them their lawyers something to work with.
They give them more time out on bail.
That's all true.
Exactly.
That gives them more time out on bail because they plead guilty. They be like, all right, court sentencing next week.
Exactly.
But
and then you want to know the sad thing is?
What's that?
This is the sad thing about this situation, right?
Yeah.
They all going to jail, first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
They all going to jail. And you know why they're going to make the example out of them and all that? Because they black. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just because they black. Because if they were white officers, this would be a whole different story of what was going on. You get what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, there'd be a reason that it was justifiable it was justified for them to do whatever they did. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But because they was black and but it also leads to these emotional dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? Beware of the emotional man, Beware of the emotional man. Because dudes is out here doing stuff like that over chicks and stuff like that, and then they got other fools.
But we don't know if that's the actual
allegedly.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like, shoot, make an example out of them just because they black. You're supposed to be protecting your own. You feel me?
You would think.
No.
Yeah, you gotta.
I fear the black cop the most.
Exactly. How you the one supposed to be looking out for this neighborhood? Yeah, go ahead. Go crazy on them.
Which I shouldn't, but I do feel
because that'll make the next generation of black cops know that these are my people. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't right, but
be out here supposed to protect
they didn't give that brother no justice, no grace, no nothing. I heard that cop. They didn't even know that camera was on that light pole.
Clearly.
Yeah, look. So they wasn't gonna let up. They were gonna all stick to their same story. Hey, he attacked us.
Yep.
But what's done in the dark come into the light. So
now
that man got a family.
I wonder if that footage would have came to light if that light pole footage wasn't available.
But man, it's like J-Lo and Keenan and Living Color. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Luckily, it was there because his family would have been like, "Damn, I know they did him wrong, but we can't prove it."
Right, but now there's proof.
I feel like if they're lucky that the camera was there, because they probably would have left him somewhere.
No, they took him.
Yeah.
No, they took him into custody and had him in the hospital and shit and that like that.
After they beat him, I heard he was falling over.
They didn't know that camera was there after the fact until we saw it.
Yeah, it came out like days later.
Yeah, they
I heard they had him slumped. He was slumping over, and they telling him, "Get up, man," and treating him like he nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was horrible to watch.
It was.
I hope they get 100 years apiece.
Facts.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see it'll be interesting to see how this case goes. But let's move on. Last Sunday was the Super Bowl. It was
the new Tom Brady.
It was a really good game.
The new Tom Brady.
It was a really good game, and I spelled the Chiefs wrong too on the thing.
What was you drinking before you started?
I was drinking a bunch of tequila. But the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions.
Yep. My homeboy, that's my guy.
My homeboy?
Yeah, that's my guy.
I thought it was a good game. It was a pretty good game.
That's from Shannon Sharp, my homeboy.
It was a pretty good game.
Listen. Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. If you don't see how the NFL is setting this up, he is the new Tom Brady.
I think he's better than Tom Brady.
I don't think it's the NFL setting it up. I think it's Patrick Mahomes just being really fucking good.
And he's better than Tom Brady.
We shall see.
No, I'm saying because I watched Tom Brady rise. Tom Brady always played with a top 10 defense. Kansas City ain't nowhere near top 10. That's the difference. That's the difference. Tom Brady took 6 years before he was allowed to do what he wanted to do in that offense.
Yeah.
So they're not the same.
But
he don't have Lawyer Malloy.
I think we've all also seen not somebody come out with this type of caliber, but we have seen people that was nice and fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
Not last. What's going on, Kimmy Cat? How you doing?
Hey, Kimmy.
We have seen people like really come out explosive, go crazy.
Yeah.
And then fizzle out. Once the league...
I don't see that with Mahomes.
Now, the thing... now, what we haven't seen... Okay.
The
NFL hasn't... The teams in the NFL have never really figured out how to stop Tom Brady.
That's a system.
Right. They haven't figured out how to stop Tom Brady. Right? Like, consistently. A lot of quarterbacks, at some point, people figure out, okay, this is how we can stop him. This is how we keep him. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying...
we haven't seen Patrick Mahomes go through that yet. And that's all I'm saying.
Until they change the rules for Patrick Mahomes, then he will never be Tom Brady. I've seen them change the rule for Tom Brady.
You're right. You're right. They have made some rule changes because
maybe I wish I could pull up the stats like how many years Tom Brady played with a top 10 or top 5 defense. Like they ran that division for 20 years. It's not only him.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
No, I'm just saying, like, but if Patrick Mahomes don't ball out, he's not playing with that caliber of they're not that good on defense in Kansas City.
As we saw in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he have to be spectacular.
It was a high scoring ass Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's not. Tom Brady is not Patrick. No, Tom Brady. I love what he did. Don't get me wrong. He did what he did.
How many years we gotta wait before we can submit a Patrick Mahomes is greater than Tom Brady?
Yo,
if he win 5 Super Bowls within the next. Yeah, if he win 5, because each year he went to the championship game.
Yeah,
it's either championship or Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
5 years straight, and putting up big numbers. He won 10 to 13 wins.
He won 2 of them.
Yeah, 1, 2. They cheated. Tom Brady and the Patriots cheated them 1 year when they supposed to go. I think when they picked the ball off and they called offside.
You're right. He is correct.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is special, man.
He is. Now,
Tom Brady remind me of the Karate Kid, man. Like he had Mr. Miyagi with him, man. He had somebody who knew how to bring the best out of him around him.
He won a Super Bowl with the Bucks.
Because the Bucks was the team. Look at the team. They was number 1 in defense that year. Google that.
Yeah, but I'm saying he came to Tampa and won in his first year here.
Because they was ready to win.
John Gruden didn't even do that, or did he? No, he came.
I feel what he's saying. Like the defense was already ready.
Yeah.
Tom Brady just came and brought the offense, and then it just all fit together.
Right. But
how you gonna lose? How you gonna lose with Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin, and Rob Gronkowski, Shady McCoy? God, I mean, like that offense
next
was.
year, I'm letting you do my fantasy football picks.
No, and
this nigga knew everybody's name. He knew everybody's name off the top of the head.
I'm saying. But Patrick Mahomes, I play Madden. Patrick Mahomes' defense is not Tom Brady's defense.
I feel you.
Like, I don't think they're the same. So, but I think we shouldn't be judging them right now. Give Mahomes another 5 years.
I definitely feel like we need to give him some more years, before we say, he's in the first 2 years that he's smoking Tom Brady in the first couple of years,
Yeah, most definitely.
I would agree. Overall, in the career, we'll have to wait we have to wait and see.
Yeah, the man got 7 chips.
Yeah.
Ain't no comparison right now.
Right.
But
did you enjoy the game? Did you think it was a good game?
Definitely was a good game because it was back and forth. Definitely.
Now, what'd you like better?
I don't like that call though.
Did you like the game or the halftime show better? Like the game or the halftime show better?
The halftime show. See, niggas is crazy because.
Go ahead, tell it.
I mean, like, if I'm a billionaire, I'm not even coming to do no fucking concert. Like, they should be glad.
Did you see the performance, Bees?
Huh?
Did you see Rihanna's performance?
Nah. You know me. I'm not really. I'm a hater. Yeah.
I thought the performance was good considering she's pregnant. What you expect her to do? She announced at the Super Bowl. I thought everybody dancing did a dope job. She wasn't dancing. I thought all the dancers did a dope job.
You know what I want people to do?
What's that?
Tell your president wife go dance. and shake her tush.
So your president wife to go dance and shake her tush?
Yeah.
Like
in front of millions of people. In front of 20-something million people. Which more people, 5 or 6 million people more tuned in for the halftime show versus the actual game. Which is nuts.
They should be glad, man. That lady a billionaire, man. Billionaires don't even. She didn't need that.
Be thankful she even showed up. But you know what?
Yeah.
This was a business move for Rihanna. This was a
Yes.
I think so too. I think it's all political. This is a political move.
And I say it was
also
a business move because you don't get paid for the Super Bowl.
Yes, all
But you know what
publicity.
happened?
Like free publicity.
She got millions of fucking Fenty orders.
Mm-hmm.
You know? She got millions of streams.
Yep.
She didn't get paid from it, but she made money because of it.
Of course. People talked about it for 3 straight days.
Yeah.
She was trending for 2 days. She trended longer than the Chiefs, and they won the Super Bowl.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
And plus, that just, Jay-Z putting on his people.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's in control.
For all we know, she could have did it as a favor to Jay-Z because Jay-Z's dealing with the
He's not
NFL.
let Beyonce go do nothing while she's pregnant.
That. Nah, he's not. So now, with that being said, you saying letting her do something while she's pregnant. Do you think when she actually agreed to do this, she knew she was pregnant?
That we don't know.
Yeah.
You think so?
She knew that.
Why's that?
And she probably did.
Why you say you think she knew?
She did. I feel like
they announced this. They announced this back in September. That's 5 months. That's 5
But
months
look at
ago.
this. Also, Khary, she knew it was going to be a big deal when they realized she was pregnant. That reveal, you can't get a big. You ain't gonna. Ain't no magazine could give her that look.
Yeah.
That publicity.
Fam, it's just like when Beyonce when she unveiled the bump. She let nobody know. She went out there, she performed, and then she showed
and
the story, and the world went crazy.
Listen, Rihanna had dudes tweeting that she's pregnant. Like, oh my God, Rihanna is pregnant. Like grown man.
Wayne in the chat says, "Yo, I thought her performance was good. She was telling us that she was pregnant with the dancing sperm, and she was wearing all red. She was pregnant. What else she's supposed to do?" So everybody dressed in all white was dancing sperm.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Rihanna had dancing sperm at the Super Bowl, and she was wearing pink, which kind of was the embryo. And there was actually a scene. My daughter sent me a scene from the video and said, "This is what it looks like. This is what my dog looks like following me to the fridge." And the people dancing and crawling on the floor and shit like that behind Rihanna as she's walking. And now as I'm saying like sperm, I'm like, oh, so that's the egg, and the sperm is chasing the egg. Oh shit, yo, that is sick.
But you got to give it to her also. You see how high she was?
Yeah, she was strapped in though. Everybody that was on the platform was strapped in. I was watching the video.
If I was strapped in, I'm not pregnant. I'm not doing that.
Man, he said, I'm not pregnant. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. Like, that's brave.
Yeah, it was brave. It was brave.
And them things was moving. Like, y'all got to give her some respect. I'm not doing that.
And they hooked that shit up on the fly pretty quickly.
Exactly. I'm like, Jay-Z, you go up there and test that. I'd have sent Jay-Z up there. You go test it out.
Now, I guess it's all a mystery. We'll find out in the book she releases in some time in the future, probably the next 10, 20 years, of whether she knew she was pregnant when she signed a deal to do the Super Bowl.
Nah, that book is going to come out in 5 years.
I'm gonna say I don't think she knew she was pregnant because a lot of people don't know that they're pregnant until month 2, 3. And she looks probably about 5 months.
No, she got different money doctors, man. She got different money doctors.
But I'm saying,
she got the type of doctors.
Even that type of money, you're not going to the doctor every fucking day. You're going to the doctor when you feel like something, and there's gonna be a point. She's gonna be like, you don't get fucked on Friday, and then Saturday you be like, you know what? I think I'm pregnant.
Hey, I don't see that happen though.
It happened. Don't be a
It just be motherfuckers. It be a coincidence somebody says that. They don't know.
I done seen
There's
people.
No physical change in the body overnight.
Listen, I had a homeboy, a girl tried to pin the baby on me like that. They had sex the next day.
She already knew she was pregnant. She already knew she was pregnant.
Yeah, she tried to pin him. I'm like, how the hell?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, does she look like she
trying to do me like that?
Does
do me like that?
Did Rihanna look like she's 6-7 months pregnant?
Yeah, bro. My homeboy went through
I'm saying, does Rihanna look like she's 6-7 months pregnant?
She looks like she's about 4.5 months.
Right. They announced the Super Bowl shit in September. October, November, December, January, February. That's 5 months ago.
Okay.
That's 5 months ago.
But yeah.
It happened, and it just made more.
You know, it's like that was 5 months ago that they announced the Super Bowl. Did she know at that time she was pregnant 5 months ago? She looked like she may be 5, maybe 6 months pregnant now. If 4, 5,
that
6
reveal.
months. You know, so I don't think she knew.
That reveal though. She wasn't gonna stop.
I don't think she knew.
No, I don't think she knew.
Yeah. Nah, now that you put it that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Put it that way. I don't think she knew neither.
Right. But you know what? Let's go ahead and move it on, though. I thought it was a good performance because she was pregnant. I thought it was a good performance. Yeah. Not despite her being pregnant, because she was pregnant. And I also don't think Rihanna give a fuck about music right now. She's a billionaire. She got Fendi. She's like, you know what? Fuck music.
Exactly. Like, she's like, I'm a mogul. What the hell?
Yeah, so the only reveal we got that she was pregnant. We ain't getting no new music reveal because she's like, fuck that.
Oh, listen, you're not getting another album for like another 4 years.
You know, I don't think you're getting another album ever.
No, listen, if she and Rocky break up, she gonna make it.
I think she's just gonna go make more money.
Listen, Rocky, they ain't breaking up. Rocky doing all the right stuff. Believe you, Rocky playing his role correctly.
Yeah, Rocky cleaning, sweeping the house, mopping the floor.
Little word up.
Yeah,
boy. Now he's probably done with music. Yeah, he done retired from music too.
Now, did he retire because he wanted to or because he had to? But you know what? That was rhetorical. We're going to move on.
Are they married? They're not married though, right?
Nah, but they're. I mean, you have 2 kids with somebody. You thinking about it that fast?
Yeah. But I was on Talib Kweli's page the other day, and he had posted a video that had a woman attempting to weaponize the police against her black Uber driver. I'm not sure if any of y'all have seen this, but the Uber driver was driving a woman somewhere. She got angry at him or some shit for some reason, but he got to the point where he was fed up with her behavior. Was like, you know what, you can get out the car. He pulled over. I
believe I've seen this.
And because he said you can get out the car, she was like, I'm going to call the police. And he was like, okay, I'm definitely pulling over this car and getting out. You're going to call the police. Go ahead, call the police. I got footage. I'm filming, I'm recording. And he was filming, he was recording. And this white woman called the police. She answered the police. The police answered. She told the dispatcher that this black man was attacking her. He hit her 5 times in the face. She started making up all types of crazy shit because she knew that she could call the police, say there was a black guy attacking her, and the police would come running to her aid and her rescue, and then potentially kill this black man. That's what she felt would happen. Luckily for the individual, that did not happen. Luckily, the officer that showed up were calm, cool, and collective and figured out what was going on and said, this bitch is crazy. I'm not sure if they used those actual terms, but that's what they probably said in their head when they cameras was off, because that bitch was crazy. But she wasn't crazy. She was a white woman that knew she could use the police to do her bidding. And that was revenge on the black man that didn't obey her ass like she thought he should.
Yeah, that trick is getting old. I hope they know that.
I hope so.
We have camera phones, we have microphones. I mean, that's getting old. Like, you can't call them and, this black man. Because that's gonna make me pull my phone out immediately.
Well, but you can still call them and say that. They can still call them and say that. And it's up to the cops that show up on, is their reaction going to be, okay, I believe this woman 100% and I don't care, because you're filming, but guess what? You got to stop that shit and play it back. And the cop
definitely.
And the cop has to be cool-headed enough to say, okay, let me review this footage before I make my determination on who's on some bullshit here.
I'm going to get out the car. They're going to meet me outside the car. I'm going to chill, take off. I'm going to be ready for them. I'm going to look relaxed, keep the phone on her. Mm-hmm. They gonna figure out as soon as they get there, like, she's making up this story. She's trying to make up a story. I'm going to be ready for them.
I think there's a 50-50 chance you get a cop that comes by and says, okay, let me see what's going on for real before I make my determination.
You know what it is? Nowadays, it's like that because a lot of cops no cop wants to be that cop right about now. Like, that, came, didn't judge the situation correctly, and then something stupid happens, or you get what I'm saying, something goes wrong, whatever. No cop wants to be that cop right now.
And also, it also depends on where I'm at. Am I in Lakeland or I'm in Tampa? You feel me? If I'm in Tallahassee or Ocala, I'm scared for my life. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's a hit town. It all depends. Yeah, it all depends. If I'm in Miami or somewhere where I feel like, okay, they'll be more neutral. But man, if I'm in Lakeland, I'm scared. If Grady does come out there and get me, I'd be scared.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I'd be like, oh Lord,
definitely would play a factor.
Yeah,
you're in. Yeah, but it's still all up to whether those cops are going to be level-headed, or they're going to be like, I believe this person because they're white and you're black.
They give cops too much power, man.
Do they give them too much power, or do we give them too much power?
We.
And I say that because there was a bunch of people standing around George Floyd watching what happened. Mm-hmm. And nobody dared touch the police.
That's the sad part about that.
Yeah.
Like, the police, we have to...
I would have been asking for somebody to get these fucking cops off me. One of y'all out there, all of y'all out there, get these cops off me. And nobody would do shit. That's the scary shit.
Yeah, man. Cops got free reign to do damn near whatever they want to do with you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't say all cops. I mean...
No, not all cops, but I think a great percentage.
And if they out there and they don't have each other back, even though they're doing the right thing by intervening, they're gonna, treat that cop a certain kind of way. He's like a snitch. They don't trust him or her.
So check it out. So even though I somewhat believe in the Second Amendment, I think a lot of those Second Amendment people that's like, oh, the Second Amendment is because of this, are full of shit. Because they're quick to say, because we should have a militia and this and that, and that's what the Second Amendment is for. But they'll let the police walk all over them. They'll see the police doing some unjust shit and won't do a goddamn thing.
Turn a blind eye to it.
Exactly.
But these cameras is capturing that's really gonna be that third person, man. Them cameras, they changed the game.
Yeah.
They changed the game.
Somewhat.
Yeah, you could intimidate people. You can't intimidate no camera.
Right, they're gonna see what they see. Now,
Exactly.
whoever controls them
Tell it like it is.
whoever controls them cameras and that footage, you could possibly intimidate.
But that's the thing with now that everything goes to the cloud now.
Yeah.
Listen,
Everything is backed up. So they're gonna know that, you feel me? That's not just deleting it. It ain't no VCR. This ain't no cassette tape.
I feel
like everything is being sent sent to the clouds.
I feel you. Oh shit.
Definitely.
Oh man. But you know what? Let's go ahead and move on. No, let's go ahead and move on. I think we covered that one pretty decently. White NFL owners are not comfy socializing with black coaches. And this is according to Skip Bayless. This is a take that he had. And you know what? I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty powerful take, and I'm not really mad at it. You know, Skip Bayless, it goes, he says, these older white owners just aren't that comfortable with a black head coach because they need to interact. They need to go to dinner with the wives or the significant others or whatever. You know, this is what Bayless said on Undisputed this week while discussing the Chiefs OC Eric Bieniemy's failure to land a gig as a head coach. And he feels that's one of the reasons why, is because white owners just don't like being around niggas. Now,
that's great.
They just like getting paid off of niggas.
Right. Now, I can kind of see, you know what? I can see my tea, y'all. I can see where that's I can see where that could be a thing. You know, I can see where they could interview a black coach, interview a white coach, and just feel I'm more comfortable with the white guy. Just because he's a white guy, I don't have to deal with the black.
But that's it.
Yo, it's like this. It's like this. This is the bug thing. Who cares if I'm losing? Who cares if I'm losing? I'm comfortable with the white guy.
Yeah, and this another thing also. These people, they don't really make they make their money away from the NFL. That's just a
write off.
Right off. Yeah, that's just something fun for them to do. They got that kind of bread. They invest their money tied up in elsewhere. Now, the NFL is just something they could brag on. Oh, I have one of those.
Let me look over here in the chat real quick. Khary said, the most unprofessional shit I ever hear. You know? My qualifications shouldn't include your comfort with my race. Well, I believe what he means is it's unprofessional of the owners to, like, their comfort determining whether they get hired or not.
Listen, when you become the one with the money, who cares about professionalism?
You hold the power with the money, huh?
Yeah, like, it's my damn team. Like, and not to say it's right for to discriminate, but if
now,
they control their own destiny.
Do you think if this is a big if there were black owners, do you think those black owners would have black head coaches?
Not necessarily.
Definitely. I think there would be some black, but I also think that there are some black guys, some black owners that'll be out there like, I'm going with whoever's best for the job. Doesn't matter if he's black or white.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we always trying to lead by.
Now, if Jay-Z and Diddy somehow got into a conglomerate that bought a team, and then the head coach wasn't black, would we feel away?
Like I said, it's all about the best man for the job. Now, if you got the white guy, so it's like this. Say me and you go together on a team, Carl, and we got a white coach, right? And this white coach he done brought us 3 championships since we bought the team. Why are we going for the black guy? You get what I'm saying? Why are we going for the black guy? If the white guy producing.
But on that same token, there's how many teams are in the NFL, DC?
32.
There's 31 teams that did not win the Super Bowl,
Hey,
but only like
but listen,
4 head coaches. You know how many
Then
teams
Tony,
go to the
what you
playoffs?
saying?
8 teams. 8 teams go. No, 16 teams go to the playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah.
16 teams go to the playoffs. Half the NFL didn't make the playoffs.
But listen. Did we have a good season? Did we win?
If they did not make it to the playoffs, they did not win.
No, I get what you're saying. But you got to start somewhere.
No, but I'm just saying.
Everybody
I'm just
can't
saying
win.
the number of winning teams are limited. You know, and probably half those winning teams have maybe 2 or 3 of the black coaches in the NFL.
Man, a lot of that stuff is built on relationship. Like they remember now, it was a white fraternity.
Yeah.
Like, so they'll fire this white boy and he'll get another job as a head coach. You feel me? Because they all know each other. Oh, I coached with his dad. His dad gave me a chance. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take a while.
But I do think Skip Bayless had a point. But now, the flip side of the token, if I was a black owner and now I only had black head coaches,
then it looked messed up.
You know, do it look messed up? Do I now have, if I have 4 or 5 black head coaches in a row, do I now have to get a white head coach just because I've only had black head coaches?
Especially if they all been losing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the flip side. And I say, hell yeah, you do. You know why? Because there ain't enough black owners in the NFL neither. So if I'm a black owner, oh, damn it, I feel bad for the black owner that don't have a black coach.
But the NFL, you want to know what's so crazy? The way the NFL is designed, it's going to be hard for that to happen.
Yeah. And also, if you're a black owner, but you got a white wife, well, then it's okay for you to get a white coach. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, if your wife is white, like, that's what made, I mean, forget what people say about Obama, but I felt like, damn, him having a black family, damn, that shit made it complete. It wouldn't have been the same if he had a white wife. Like,
So I just did a search. How many NFL teams?
Like it would look crazy if Kamala had a black husband.
Then I would have voted for her.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
what if the owner have a white wife?
Okay, so
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, you see the draft.
If you got a white wife, then the head coach definitely needs to be black.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see these drafts?
What's that?
You be seeing the draft?
Yeah.
The NFL draft or the NBA draft?
Yeah.
It'd be a black player, white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, them boys they don't care about that.
Yeah. I don't necessarily co-sign the whole person gets a white girlfriend just because, you know, they're at a thing. I think they get a white girlfriend. I think black guys get white girlfriends and stuff like that because they're at a certain level. And when they go to parties and they go hang out and stuff like that, the places they're going don't necessarily have a high black population.
True.
You know, and I think, you know what? He wanted to fuck this white girl one night and just figured out he liked her. And now he got a white girlfriend.
Yeah. Yo, I have to agree with you on that, yo. It's like
though there are some that do
me.
chase them. There are some that do chase them.
Yeah, but then you got what you call it, like you said, you got some kids whose parents was fortunate enough to be able to put them in in a high statue neighborhood. We'll say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or a high caliber neighborhood. And it just so happens that it's not a lot of us in these high caliber neighborhoods.
Right.
So here it is. Your kid goes to school. My nephew, perfect example. My nephew, because when he comes to the Bronx, he's looking around crazy because he's like, wow, this is like too many black people for me. Like, you know, I don't see this many black people.
And he's black.
And he's black. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I don't see this many black people on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And most of his friends are white. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's got that one like token Spanish friend. You know, this that type of shit. Like,
right.
But you know what I'm saying? But had he grown up in a lesser neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
he would. I hate to say it like that, but he would have been like, "Oh, black kids," you know what I'm saying? But he even like he talks different. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't talk different, but he talks different. For me, he talks different.
I feel.
I know them guys, man. When they're around their black friends and when they around white people, they turn it on and off.
Nah, but see, my nephew doesn't. He's still a kid, so he doesn't turn it on and off.
He speaks proper English. He speaks proper English.
He speaks proper English.
All of the time, and there is no turning it off and on because he's in the presence.
To turn it off yet.
Because he is in the presence of a police officer or a job interview. You know.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, he even when the police officer's not there or there's a job interview, he's still gonna be talking like
right. There's no he hasn't learned slang yet.
Yeah. There's no listen, and what he has learned of slang, what he thinks is slang,
or curse words.
It's not slang.
They're curse words.
Yeah. It's like it's not slang. It's not slang.
Right. It's not slang. They're curse words. Did you say dope? No, you never used the word dope. Do you know what that means? Oh my gosh, that's crack.
Yo, to where my brother be sometimes like I'll say, you know me, yo, Dad, I really can't deal with this shit right here. He'd be like, yo, bees, you're in your mouth. Yo, he's right here. He's right here. Like,
that's how your brother.
Yo, and I'm like, and I be looking at my brother like, are you serious? Like your father didn't talk to you like that.
Wait. Hold up. The nephew you're talking about is your brother's kid?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going? Yo, I just put that together. Wait, what? Okay. Like what? Because my nephew so your brother
in the burbs.
So your brother puts on that voice in charade in front of him, then, huh?
Yo, nah, like Dev, he talks regular, but Dev talks proper. I can't explain it, but he's talking proper, like
corporate. He called corporate.
Yeah,
corporate.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
All right.
But then then he's talking to me like, yo, dead ass, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, well, you have to do it like this. And it's like,
that shit would drive me. I wouldn't know how to. It would have drove me crazy.
Likewise, yo. Likewise. Oh man. But silly, yo, let's go ahead and move on though. Oh shit. Deepfakes.
What is this?
Y'all know what a deepfake is? B says he does not know what a deepfake is. DC says he does know what a deepfake is. For those of you out there that do not know what a deepfake is,
me and Cheryl are like this right now.
A deepfake is AI making a deep analysis and then making a replica that's pretty much fake. So, did you see Kendrick Lamar's video, Bees? Where in the video he kind of turned into Nipsey and a couple of other people?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Well, that one's a good example of a deep fake? Well, a deep fake, you can actually, I could sit here, record a speech, and then AI, artificial intelligence, can then take information that it has gathered by examining pictures and videos of somebody, and then they can just easily put their face on mine. It's kind of like Face Off, but it's AI generated, and it's hard for you to tell the difference unless you understand what deep fakes are and how they work, and you can kind of tell. But it's hard to tell if you're not like really versed in it.
Yeah, unless you know a person's mannerism.
They can get down the mannerisms too.
Oh, they could get See,
Yeah.
that's why it's scary.
You know, they can get down mannerisms.
Fam, the other. Listen, go talk. And this is artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah, artificial visual intelligence.
Yo,
you know,
it's about to happen soon, bro.
Yeah, we worried about they coming, man.
We worried about the wrong shit, yo. We worried about the wrong shit. It's too much. Like you talking about this with the deepfakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just the other day, they was showing how they got the Terminator shit now. You remember when the nigga was turning into the liquid and oozing through shit and all that? And then turning back into the robot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, CNN, they showed that on CNN the other day, bro.
Got you. I check this.
You get what I'm saying? And then now you got the artificial intelligence replicating and duplicating voices and all that. Dude, they're gonna put the two together. It's about to get crazy out here, yo. It's about to be crazy.
Yeah. So they got this one. Check this out.
Freeman.
Wow, yo.
What you see, I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me?
Nah.
What is your perception of reality?
I see something wrong with that.
Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive?
I can't hear it.
If you can see,
I'm just looking at
taste, or smell,
and there's something
does
off
that
with
make it real?
But see, he's talking about the topic, so you're looking for something. Imagine when you're not expecting it.
Now, when you know what it is, like I've seen a lot of. Hold on. I've seen a lot of more. Maybe for that particular person, maybe Morgan Freeman wasn't a good person to show me, because I've seen a lot of Morgan Freeman interviews, and I know like his eyes. There's something wrong there. With that I just seen, that's not Morgan Freeman's eyes. Like there's something off. You get what I'm saying? So I'm.
Remember now, they're gonna perfect it one day.
No, I know that.
So it's only gonna get better and better.
I know.
Listen, they've been trying to perfect that. They've been trying to perfect that since the 70s. What you talking about? You feel what I'm saying?
You read the Bible, bro.
Huh?
You hear that?
Well, there's this passage.
Nah, I can't hear it. But I'll check it out.
Ezekiel 25:17.
No, I couldn't hear it.
You can't hear it?
But check it. It's all good then. Oops, excuse me.
Let me see.
But all of this stuff, a lot of technology that you're seeing now and all that, it's been developed. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're getting like the perfected, or the basically we're getting a good 30% of what it can really do. That's why certain things get upgraded and they get better as time goes on, because now we can release this technology. And so forth and so forth. You get what I'm saying? We've already mentally prepared them for it. They don't know that we've mentally prepared them for it, but we've already mentally prepared you for it by giving it to you in movies and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Because when you look at movies and stuff like that, there's always, like, if you've seen one movie, there's like 10 more that's like kind of relatable. It's not the same movie, but it's the same movie.
Actually,
you get what I'm saying? With the same stuff going on, but it's just a different storyline, or the storyline is twisted in a different way, but it's still the same story, but it's mentally preparing you, getting you ready for the what-you-call-it. Just like, I'm not saying it's as deep as the what-you-call-it, but like even down to like the Jurassic Park type shit. You know what I'm saying? With all that, which I'm not saying like they're gonna have some Brontosaurus and some T-Rexes and shit running around. But it's gonna be some decent sized motherfucking lizards and shit that they fucking around with in labs and shit like that. That boom, that shit gonna be running around. Jurassic Park shit. Yo, fam, they showed you like 7 different versions of that shit. Then they got other little dinosaur shits going on. It's like slowly preparing you for certain shit, bro.
That's DNA shit though.
Yeah, I get, yo, fam. But you don't think they've been splicing and doing this shit for years already?
Yeah, but we talk about deepfakes, computer generated shit, which you've actually used in the past.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, the shit that puts your face on other shit.
Oh yeah. The reface.
Yeah, and that's you doing it at a low level. That's a low level that you're doing it at.
Yeah, now they matching up the voice.
Now they got the voice. They got the face even better than a lot of things. Let's see. Let me see if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear this?
An era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Yeah.
You hear
even
that?
if they would never say those things. So,
All right.
we're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, Killmonger was right, or Ben Carson is in the sunk.
You know, that's a deep fake.
I wish I could keep telling you that our mission in life is connecting people, but it isn't. We just want to predict your future behaviors. Spectre showed me how to manipulate into sharing intimate data about yourself and all those you love for free.
That's a deep fake.
Dear people.
That's a bad one. But
it's a hard one.
You can make people sound like some shit.
It's the shortcut to flawless skin.
You know, and the deep fakes them shits can get to the point to where they're at the point now where I feel like they could kidnap somebody and create a deep fake to make them say whatever the fuck they wanted to say. And you would believe
and also, not only the deep fake, but they also have AI producers that's making beats. The freaking computers beats now.
Mm-hmm. But check this out though. Check this out though with the deep fake shit though. With the deep fake shit, some dude, I think it was a YouTuber, he actually made some deep fakes of like some other YouTubers, but they were women YouTubers, and he made some deep fake videos of these women in porn scenes. So he got some pornos, he put these women's faces on there, and a lot of people thought these were real videos. They thought they were real videos, right?
And they were seeing some of these chicks in the street.
These were like YouTubers that he was like doing deep fakes of, and they tried to sue. They tried to sue.
You can't sue, can you?
And they can't sue because there's no laws on the books about suing because of a deep fake. Because it's like, hey, it's data. You know, what data is private versus public? They didn't use private data. They used data that was made public. Data. You know, to gather information to create these deep fakes. So what's the laws and legalities behind these deep fakes?
But the damage is so.
Excuse me.
That's why we got to be careful, man, about how we communicate on these social platforms, because they just collecting data on us.
Yeah, collecting data on us nonstop.
Every time you get on there.
Even when you don't think it's collecting data, it's collecting data. When you ask questions, it's collecting data. When people are asking Chat GPT to come up with different answers and different concepts and different ways to do things, you're pretty much feeding Chat GPT how we think and what stuff we want to know. And it's figuring out how we think and how we operate. And that's how these deep fakes work. It's figuring out how you move, how you operate, you know?
Yeah, these marketing companies paying billions of dollars to get these data.
Yeah, and it's only going to get more advanced as we move forward.
That's why I want to go back to a rotary phone, man. Yeah, man, I'm tired of these smartphones. Call me on the rotary phone.
Call you on the rotary phone.
I want to beep them.
Yeah, man. Hit me on the beeper, man.
Click.
Send me a kite.
You know how thinking of the rotary phone, that was some ancient technology, yo. You know what? You know how the rotary phone, and you know what they actually did? Every time it would like go back. So when you would go do the number, when it would go back, it would send that number clicks through the phone line, and that's how the phone line knew what number you was dialing. So it would go click, 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 and you go back. Click,
oh,
click, click,
that sounds like some sonar type.
Yeah, that's kind of how the phones kind of worked with dialing numbers. It was like pretty much.
Yeah, that sounds like some submarine like type shit.
And until they came up with the tones, and that's the tones was different. The tones,
not with the tones. If you really listen to the tones, they say the numbers.
Oh, no,
so back in the days, the tones you could tell like that's 1, that's 2, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It was in a harmonic tone. You know, they each had, like, it went through the scales. You know, but say some other shit. Let's go ahead and move on. A lot of people feel like "Hit 'Em Up" was one of the greatest diss songs in history. Right?
It's top 10.
Right? That's how it's at least in the top 10. But now, was "Hit 'Em Up" all cap? Was there any truth to anything in "Hit 'Em Up," or was it just all a bunch of bullshit? Like how battles are nowadays as well. Let's be mad, cap. Was "Hit 'Em Up" all cap or not? You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. Did he?
I don't think that "Hit 'Em Up" was all caps. I think there might have been some embellishment on certain shit, but it wasn't caps.
Do you think? Do you think Biggie copied Tupac style? Whether it be music, whether it be Versace.
Oh no! I heard. It's a. Oh my God! A slang or a phrase that Biggie says in his rap that Pac was saying before him that he got from Pac. I don't know if it's "baby, baby." It's one of them. Cause I told you I've been watching a lot of Art of Dialect.
No, baby, yeah, I think it is "baby, baby."
It sounds good, baby.
It is "baby,
it is "baby, baby." Yeah.
Like it, because remember now these guys really know each other.
Yeah. When you hang out with people, you start picking up each other's slang.
Yeah, and Pac was the one on before.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And even Corrupt said it the other day. Yeah, Faith was in L.A.
Yeah, she was. Faith said she was in L.A., but she said she ain't fucked Tupac. That's what she says.
And see, we will never know. Only her and Pac know.
They did have a song together at some point, though. That she supposedly.
I feel like if Pac could fuck Jada and Madonna at that time, even why can't he fuck Faith? Biggie fuck Faith.
I feel like this. That picture says a lot. I don't care what nobody says. That picture says a lot. But it says two sides of a story. And some of it looks like, yo, I ain't know, damn, you trying to set me up with this picture. In the other sense, it looks like, yo, I'm going to take advantage of this moment. I'm going to take a picture with her while this bullshit is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have the picture look crazy. So, it's like a two-sided story with that shit. Do I think he fucked? Do I think that Pac fucked? I'm going to say yeah.
And remember now, Biggie was doing his own dirt too now, so there might be some get back to that. Biggie was fucking with Kim and Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was doing dirt.
So you think she was that spiteful that she like, I'm a fucking nigga that I know you got beef with? Like,
but this ain't no regular nigga. This Pac.
Fam, listen. We talking chicks.
Yeah.
Come on, chicks.
Come on now.
You feel me? If she's in her emotions that much, yes.
Yeah.
If she took the plane to go way out there to record with him, why wouldn't she fuck?
She didn't go out there to record with him.
Fam, check it.
She was out there for other shit.
I'm a perfect example. I get locked up. This chick knew that we had beef with the other side dudes. She went and fucked with him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, a chick you know that when you're 16 is different from somebody you marry, I think.
Yeah, listen. Fam, yeah. Exactly.
I know.
She knew Biggie was gonna blow up. She didn't marry Biggie because she loved him. She knew this nigga was blowing up. Like, Biggie ain't getting fake without all that popularity.
Yo, listen. He could have been as charming as whatever you want to say. He was truly not her type. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen. He asked her to marry him. Like, he knew her like what, a month, 2 months? He ain't know her.
Couple weeks.
He couldn't believe that he was talking to a fine woman like that. And after being around Pac and seeing Pac pass through all these women. What Meek Mill said is levels to this.
Biggie was already famous when he met Faith, though.
But how famous?
Really famous.
Nah, I say like this.
He just started bubbling.
He met Faith.
Okay,
and Ready to Die was bubbling.
Now you got it. Now DC, you got to remember this. Biggie was bubbling in New York probably 3-4 years before the rest of the U.S. heard of him.
True.
You know, so in New York, he was a superstar. You know, I remember seeing Biggie perform like right around the time Junior Mafia came out, and he was walking down the block. The whole block behind him was packed of people that just wanted to get up close to Biggie. Like that shit is crazy. Yeah.
But I mean, but he knew her for like a month before they got married.
Yeah. Very, very short amount of time.
Listen.
But he didn't know her well enough, yo.
But
Big was feeling himself back then, man. Big was trying to get at all these chicks.
That like in the movie, that shit in the hotel, that's some real shit. If she ran up on the nigga and caught him in the hotel with the chicken, that's some real shit. You get what I'm saying?
You think she's gonna go fuck somebody?
And yo, she knew that the nigga was fucking around with fucking Kim. Maybe not so much Charlie Baltimore, because even I was surprised about that. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, Kim, she knew that the nigga was there was something going on with Kim. You get what I'm saying? Because Kim was too emotional about the whole situation and all that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, even after he died, come on, he was supposed to be a whole married to somebody else. You see how she was like, oh man.
Listen, Kim really liked Big. Faith was with Big because of the popularity. Kim felt like she was supposed to be his wife, but she really liked him for him.
Faith, check it out like this. Faith had a vision in her head that this was going to be some motherfucking Jay-Z and Beyonce style shit. Now, and not saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce, to take anything from them, but she had that in her head, like boom, we could be that ahead of time. Like, you get what I'm saying? But Big passed away and all that other bullshit that came with it and all that, you know what I'm saying? Happened. But for the most part, That's what Faith wasn't really into Big like that. That's how I feel. I feel Pac hit that. I don't feel that Hit 'Em Up was any cash because Hit 'Em Up basically is just a hardcore diss. Fuck you, fuck this motherfucker, fuck that. Y'all niggas want me, come get me. That's how I feel about Hit 'Em Up. You know what I'm saying? And I got my little homies with me and they ready to ride. You got Junior Mafia, I got these little niggas. That's what Hit 'Em Up was. If you ask me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's why Hit 'Em Up is not the number one, this song, but it's in the top 10. Because it's just about how hard body, the delivery of that whole shit, and for you technically to take my sample and come up my ass.
Well, that wasn't Big. That was a sample Big used. Big didn't own that sample.
No, but I'm just saying like this. It's like this. You took the same.
He didn't have to ask Biggie's permission or anything like that.
No, but understand this. What I'm saying is, it was more like a clowning. Like, you got that, get money, I got that, take money. It's like I'm getting at you, nigga. Like I don't want you to mistake or think that there's something wrong or sideways about this song. I'm coming at you. That's what Hit 'Em Up was.
I like my diss songs to be a little more factual based, though.
I mean, listen, after hearing Ether changes the whole game for everybody. Like, when you think of a diss song, like you want everything to be on that type of plateau. You know what I'm saying? Because
Ether wasn't the best shit for me neither, because that was just a whole bunch of just jokes. There wasn't like a whole bunch of facts.
So all right, but you, I feel like Pac got his point across with.
Yeah, he did. But I was listening.
That's how I feel about this song.
I was listening to it the other day. Right, I was listening to it the other day, and that's what made me come up with this question. Was I was listening to it the other day, and I was like, you know what? How much of this shit that's being said on this song is complete bullshit and not actually factual? It's just some words put together. There's nothing like factual about what's being said. And that's what made me question it, But
even Puffy's bodyguard was saying that he was obsessed with Pac and hate him at the same time. Like, he wanted to be every woman that Pac slept with, Puff went and tried to sleep with after. Like, he so you remember now, Pac was Pac was in movies before you got around him. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He was the star. So
and I don't think Tupac. But that's one of the other reasons that as much of a high regard I hold Pac in is I don't know what the real Pac was.
He's a Gemini. I mean,
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what the real Pac was. I feel like after a lot of his roles, the persona of those roles started becoming part of Tupac. It's like, oh, I need to be like this character now.
You think so? Even down in Gridlock?
Not even. Well, we didn't see him around long enough after Gridlock.
True.
In my opinion, I just think that after Juice, he had to be a tough guy more.
But he made. I mean, he.
I feel like.
But look,
I feel.
But I'm saying though, Khary, your experiences change you or shape you, right?
Right.
If you hanging out with people and they set you up and you get hit 5 times, like, that's going to change you.
Yes, but I think he started taking on this persona of the tough guy prior to the shooting. And prior to the shooting, but after the films.
But Pac was militant. Okay. Pac was already militant. Was
militant, yes. Militant, yes. But wasn't talking about that thug life.
Listen, I feel like
after the roles.
I feel like what you call it, because the tattoo was on his stomach from when he first came out.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't say like with the thug life shit, like he just like started shouting that shit because the tattoo was already established on him before any of this. You get what I'm saying? So in his mind frame, you gotta say that was already there. And his example of what a thug was is different from a lot of other people's analysis of what a thug is. You get what I'm saying? Like, because Pac wasn't with the robbery shit and doing all that other type of bullshit that niggas say is thugging. You get what I'm saying? Like he said, he was more militant. Like so he was like more of a militant thug, and in that sense, it was for him. It was different by him trying to thug in a different like he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared to back down. He wasn't scared to speak his mind and so forth. And I think that's really like the type of thug type of thing that he was trying to express. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well,
because he cared for his people, he wanted to build schools and do all that. You get what I'm saying? Like he had a whole he wanted to bring that whole style of Black Panther and back. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the fact that he one night he did something stupid, but even though I still think all that shit is still funny, but it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? You can't beat a dead horse. But
that man was only 25 years. Pac was moving like he was 40 at 25. Like he did so much in a 6-year span. It's crazy to wrap your mind around it. Like
he did do a lot. He did do a lot.
You could do movies, books, all of that off a 6-year music career, a 6-year music rap career. Jay-Z been doing this shit for 40 years. Yeah, maybe 30. But Pac only had a 6-year window, and look at the impact he made with just 6 years. That's crazy.
And honestly, it was. I'm gonna say 2 years. Say 2 years.
Say 2 years. I'm gonna say 2 years.
I'm gonna say 2 years was his impact, and I say that because the first few years, most people didn't give a fuck about him. I'm gonna be honest. Most people didn't give a fuck about him. That first album.
First album went gold though.
Only Bees was fucking with him. I was
fucking with Brenda Had a Baby. I really did not care for his first album. I didn't like his beat selection on the first album.
But how
Only
old
Bees was fucking with him.
What's that? I'm not sure. But I looked it up. He got that Thug Life tattoo in 92, actually. The same year that Juice dropped.
Okay. So he was about 21?
Probably, yeah.
2021?
Yeah, he got that role by accident, too. He went with Tretch. Tretch actually was going out for Bishop. And Pac auditioned as well, and they gave Pac the role. And that's why you see Tretch in the movie behind Rodamans. Because he auditioned but didn't get the part. Pac got it instead. But shit. Wayne says, yo, but he started as a background dancer for Digital Underground.
Listen.
That's how,
I'm gonna tell you like
that's
this.
how he got his way into music.
I can get a little bit of Pac with the tough guy shit. He grew up in the Bay Area for a little minute, yo. Listen, if you really know about the Bay is not sweet, yo. Like, you gotta be a little rough to be out there in the Bay Area. I'm not trying to say you gotta be no troublemaker, whatever, but yo, that part of Oakland, Oakland different, yo.
But if you look at any of the biographies about him, they never really talk about him being a tough kid.
He wasn't.
Right.
Chapo was tough?
They never talk about him being a tough kid. They never talk about him really being in the streets. He doesn't start with the street guy shit, with the tough guy shit, until after he starts making movies and having a persona and people looking at him as a tough guy. Now he's like, you know what? I got to keep this persona up.
You think Hitler was tough as a kid?
Yeah, he probably did some evil shit.
But people like experiences change people. You know what I mean? And that, who knows? Like, you out there on your own, your mom back on drugs. I mean, he went through a lot. I mean,
yeah, but I think there's something that's. I think as much as Pac was a leader, I think he was also just as much a follower.
I believe Pac is an enigma. Nobody really understands the real Pac was. He could
Kanye.
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye is an enigma. Like, you really don't understand what you're going. You understand him, but you don't understand him.
Now, if Kanye did a movie where he was all of a sudden a tough guy, and then after that movie he started acting like the tough guy, we would all say, yo, he's still acting like this role. That's kind of part of what I feel about Pac.
But so but he was so young, like.
Yeah, yes, he was.
Like he got shot in what, 92, 93?
94. No, 96.
No, I'm talking about the first time.
Oh, the first time, 94. Yeah, 94.
Yeah, so I mean, shit changed. Plus the people he was hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
He came from Baltimore, go to the Bay Area. I mean, come on.
He came from New York. New York.
Like Big Stretch them. They were street guys. You feel me? Like Pac.
And those were after the roles that he started dealing with these people.
But probably that's when he had money to start moving around.
Because of those roles and the people he was around, he had to keep with that. Yo, I'm like this nigga.
I feel like Tupac played the best role as a tough guy I ever seen in real life. Because he actually, like, people actually believed him.
Right. But guess what? That wasn't his beef to get into.
Which one? The stuff that got him killed?
Yeah. That wasn't his beef to get into.
But you want to know what's so crazy? That's normally the situation. The nigga who beef it is don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even get it. It be a nigga that helped the nigga out in this beef. Because he wanted to be...
What I mean is, yeah, a lot of times it be like that, but it don't necessarily be the person that's like instigating the beef again, you know? Like, Pop took it among himself.
I feel like
I gotta be the tough guy and go do this shit to somebody I ain't even got beef with. I'm just saying.
But I don't know. He should have been moving like 50 Cent. 50 Cent got shot once, and I ain't even heard a bullet fired his way since. Pop was just moving careless. Like, why would y'all do you jump this dude? Now only two of y'all riding around without no bulletproof vest, no nothing. Come on now, that was careless as hell.
And you know what? That's why I say I feel like he was continuing the persona of the tough guy, not understanding what it means to actually be the tough guy.
So you think he's just what is he then? If he's not the tough guy, what is he?
I mean, I think he was, in all our reality, I feel like he was a humble, laid-back dude. I just feel like when certain things transpired, I feel like he just over-escalated who he was.
Khary over here in the chat said it perfect. He was a human being. But I think he was still figuring himself out. He was still figuring himself out. You know?
True.
And that's why I say I think like some of those roles carried into his real life. Like he felt like he had to keep that because that was the persona that people saw him at. That's what people learned him at. So I had to be that tough guy persona that people saw, you know? Even though in his normal life, he really didn't want to be the tough guy. He didn't want to be like, fuck you and this and that and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He did shit that he felt was the righteous path, like the shit that happened with the police, where he actually shot the police and shit like that. That wasn't him being a thug. That was him being more like a Black Panther. You know? Not the whole thug life shit. That was more of him being like a Black Panther. Yo, I see somebody in distress with some people that's not the same color and they're pretty much being violent against them. He didn't even realize there was police at that time, you know, until after the fact.
Yeah.
You know, but he got away with that because he was on the righteous path with that one. You know, I think he was figuring himself out. And I think if he was alive today, I don't think he would be like, I don't think he would have been as gangster as he was trying to be when he was with Death Row. You know, because if you look at the album before Death Row, there wasn't much gangster on that album. Me Against the World?
No, it wasn't.
There wasn't much gangster on that shit.
And that was after he got shot?
Before he got shot.
Exactly.
The first song?
Yeah. It's Me Against the World, baby.
The World was after he got shot.
Me Against the World was before.
I feel like Me Against the World was after he got shot.
Yeah, because remember
Death Row was after he got shot. Because he got shot while he was out on bail. He went to court right after he got shot. And then he got locked up. He went to jail. And that was all. How many copies Me Against the World sold? I think it went platinum, and I think it went platinum after.
Like 4 times, right?
I think maybe after he got shot and stuff. I'm not sure when it came out, what the numbers exactly were.
Because I want to say that album came out in 92.
Yeah, he got shot, 94? Yeah, that album was before he got shot. You know? And then, but
so what was the album after All Eyes on Me?
Yeah.
So which one sold 6 million copies?
All Eyes on Me. Yeah, All Eyes on Me went like Diamond or some shit like that.
While he was alive, right?
No.
Nah, after. Probably coming out the gate.
It went like,
remember he died.
It went platinum. It went platinum before he died. But it went platinum like one time, maybe 2. It went diamond after he died. It went diamond after he died.
No, not diamond. But Pop was the first one to do a double CD, right? Or Biggie was?
It was Pop.
Pop.
Okay.
Actually, he was the first one that promoted a double CD.
Because who else did? Somebody did one before him.
Master P. No Limit did a double CD with True to the Game. That was a double CD, but they didn't promote it as like a double CD. It was just like, yo, here goes our music. It's just so much. It's on 2 CDs. You know, there was a few people that did like double shit before, but nobody promoted it like, yo, double disc. Shit, R. Kelly had a double disc.
Yeah, the what you call it? The album was fire.
Yeah, for the R. That shit was a double disc. And
12 play?
No, the one after the R. The R.
Oh.
You know? The R was a double disc, but nobody talks about, yo, the double disc. It was just, Pac actually like promoted his shit as a double disc. And since then, people started promoting their shit as a double album. Like after Pac did like the double album, Biggie had the double album. Then Wu-Tang had the double album. Then it was like that was the thing to do. If you was a big artist, you had to have the double album.
It was a flex.
Right. But people were doing it before, just nobody actually flexed.
Promoted it.
Their flex, right.
I don't think they were selling them type of numbers too.
Master P might have. I don't know. Master P was doing some numbers.
No, Master P did that after Pac. He did that late 90s. He did that after Pac.
I think like the death of Pac actually opened up the door for a lot of
other artists
out of certain areas. I will say that. And then once Biggie died, it just opened up the door for even more. It opened up the door that made some rappers that were dead were nice, but people weren't looking at them the same. You know?
Yeah, I mean, them guys was giants. Like when they walked the earth, nobody was.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Had Big not died, rap wise, I feel like Jay-Z would probably be more considered like AZ when it comes with Nas. If you understand the analogy that I'm trying to say. Like,
I know what you said.
Not to take nothing from AZ.
So.
AZ is dead nice. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with Biggie passing and Pac passing, that really opened up the gates for artists like Jay-Z.
People forget that for a while Foxy was bigger than Jay. Jay had to use Foxy to propel himself.
Nah, that didn't really propel him. That got him popping in New York. The shit that propelled him.
Like now said, Fox made Jay hot for a period of time too.
As a ghostwriter.
Yeah. But she was a big name. She was a star. Jay-Z became a star after A Hard Knock Life dropped. That Annie song.
Yeah, that's his second album.
But nobody wasn't talking. I remember nobody wasn't talking. Maybe in New York, people were talking about Reasonable Doubts.
When I
was growing up,
check it out like this.
It was Get Ready to Die, The 7 Day Theory. Nobody wasn't playing in my region. Wasn't playing no damn Reasonable Doubt.
Well, I'll tell you like this.
And y'all up there.
Let me finish. Since Jay-Z came out, I can't remember a summer where Jay-Z wasn't popping.
You remember DMX when that dropped?
And that's the thing. Even though that was out, Jay-Z was still doing his thing.
You forgot Cannabis?
Nah, you can't put Cannabis.
No, but I'm saying as far as these people had their time. Like when they was big, that's
the thing with hip hop, where people try to make the arguments where just because one person is shining doesn't mean another person isn't shining as well. So yeah, you could say Nas might have ruled this. Jay-Z was right next to him. And the year after that, you might say Eminem was ruling this, but who was right next to him? Jay-Z. Every year, somebody could have been ruling it, but the person that was right next to them is Jay-Z. DMX was ruling. Who's right next to him? Jay-Z. Every year, you say somebody has the top spot. If you say, I'll say, okay, fine. Somebody can have the top spot. Who's number two every single year consistently if somebody else has the top spot? It's Jay-Z. If y'all say Ja Rule had it this year, who was number two? Jay-Z. If y'all say Wu-Tang had it this year, who was number two? Jay-Z. Whenever y'all say, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, if they didn't have it that year, if Nas didn't have it the following year, guess what? Jay-Z was still number two.
Maybe, like you said, maybe up north, but we wasn't talking about no Jay-Z.
BT was. 106 and Park was.
It was a whole lot of Ready to Die. Like I knew about Jay-Z when Annie.
Yeah, that's what got it. That's what made people be like, oh shit.
But I'm saying when I was growing up, I knew Biggie. My uncles played the whole. They wasn't playing Jay-Z. They didn't know Jay-Z in '96.
Right, and you know why? Because it was an independent label, Rockefeller. You know how long it took Ready to Die to go platinum? It was because it was an independent label. After Ready to Die, You didn't start that second album, Hard Knock Life. The reason why people started hearing about Jay-Z is because now Rockefeller Records was now with Def Jam, and they had the power of Def Jam behind them to help get them to other markets and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas Biggie was with Diddy on Bad Boy, who he had Arista behind him to give him that push into the other market. So that's why people heard Biggie a lot sooner than Jay-Z.
So even when Mace was out, Jay was number 2. When I'm coming was out, Jay was number 2. In 1990.
No, Jay was top at that point because that was the year. Because they had that. That's the year that Jay-Z had the Hard Knock Life album out. And I remember that because it had that that Ride or Die With Me song which was a diss towards Mace.
I'm talking about 97. I'm Coming was 97, 98, right?
I'm Coming. But that was his second album?
No,
he's talking about More Money, More Problems.
More Money, More Problems. My bad. More Money, More Problems. I don't remember even hearing about Jay-Z at that time. Like, he wasn't, I think he was still rapping fast back then.
Nah, at that point, Jay-Z probably had his second album out.
Jay-Z wasn't motherfucking...
his third album.
You remember the box?
Album.
Y'all remember the box?
The what?
The box. Jay-Z wasn't Jay-Z when I was watching the box.
Oh, yes, he was, because that's where I first saw in my lifetime.
I swear, man, people from up north, I think y'all hold Jay-Z at this holy grail level. Like, he wasn't around like that. I'm telling you. I knew we was listening to Wu-Tang. Y'all act like people didn't grow up on Jay-Z like that. I didn't. I grew up on Wu-Tang, Biggie.
Wu-Tang had major labels behind him. Y'all started hearing about Jay-Z after the major labels got behind him.
But I'm saying we didn't grow up like I remember my early introduction. It wasn't Jay-Z in the mid-90s. It wasn't Jay-Z. I'm telling you, after them guys' demise, that's when he started rising. When because Nas didn't want it.
The what?
Nas didn't want it.
Then what?
Want to be the king of the world in hip hop.
What you mean he didn't want it?
Well, at least the king of New York.
Oh, the king of New York.
Well, it wasn't Nas' decision. It was the people's decision. You know? There's probably joints of Jay-Z's you don't even know about, like Jigga.
That's the name of the album?
That's the name of the
song. What's my motherfucking name?
Oh, come on, man. Oh, I'm rolling with all my niggas.
Now check it out. That was a solo song on the Rough Riders album.
Yeah.
He was the only person not on Rough Riders on the Rough Riders album, and he had his own song. And that song, I've never heard anything like it before. And when I say I've never heard anything like it before, I'm not talking about the song itself. I'm talking about the reaction that song brought. That's the only song that I could recall driving down the streets in the summertime and every car playing that song from the radio. Like that song comes on the radio, every car turns up their song. You can just sit out in the street and hear that song all the way down the block. I've never recalled a song having that type of reaction. And ever since then, whenever Jay-Z drops something, it be some shit like that.
Man, I don't know, man. Jay-Z, I don't know. I don't listen. I think he had one album that I could listen to it in its entirety was the Black Album. I know the Blueprint. The other stuff, I'm not impressed. Maybe I'm not. up there. Like I don't understand metaphors or whatever, but I'm not impressed. No.
I guess maybe it's a generational thing.
No, it ain't. Remember, I was there with Biggie. I was there with Notorious B.I.G. I was there with
what y'all
DMX.
think, chat? What y'all think, chat?
Like,
y'all think Jay-Z is overrated?
Somebody's gonna say yeah. A lot of people do think he's overrated.
I'm not overrated. I just don't think he's where New York people. We don't view him like I view him in New York.
He's nice, but I don't truly think he's top. I'm gonna say I don't think he's top 5.
Like, I mean,
you don't think he's top 5?
I think he's top 10. I think he's top 10, but I don't think he's top 5.
I think he's
That's
very.
just me personally.
Don't get me wrong, but music is more than It's a lot go with it more than just lyrics, and trying to be the dopest lyrically.
I think one of the things that makes him the best is he wasn't trying to be the best lyrically. He was trying to make motherfuckers comprehend what he was saying. I think he could have been so much more complex and so much more than he has been. And one of the things that makes Jay-Z so dope to me is you rarely hear the same flow twice.
But that's why he quote Biggie so much?
What you mean? He quotes Biggie because that was his homeboy. When I say,
Lord,
no, when I say,
so he was the only person that Biggie was homeboy with in New York.
That he did songs with like that.
What nonsense
in music?
What nonsense in Ether?
What's that? Outside of
what that Nas line was?
How many? Let me ask this question.
How many Biggie rhymes gonna come out your fat lips?
Let me ask this question. How many MCs have multiple songs with Big?
Jay-Z.
Who else?
That's it.
Besides Lil' Kim?
Outside of his crew, outside of Biggie's crew.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, just Jay-Z. They was cool like that.
But listen, he was fortunate to be cool with Biggie like that. I feel like if it wasn't for ego, maybe Nas would have had more joys for him.
But you know why they was cool like that? Because they respected each other's flow so much. Because they knew each other was so fucking dope. That's why. That's why they have, because they knew each other was so fucking dope. And Big and Jay both used to ask Clark Kent who was better.
And Big told Clark Kent Jay was better. But what you always say, the fans decide, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the fans have decided, because Jay has gone pretty much platinum damn near every album.
Jay died in 97. His shit wouldn't be hitting like how Biggie verses be hitting in these clubs.
They would.
They would. Shit from 94 still hit like the nigga just laid it down.
They would. Because Jay shit still hit like he just laid it down. Because Jay shit still, because Jay shit is facts. It's like, oh my God.
Jay must have sold 100 million bricks, man.
No, it's not. It's not about selling the bricks. It's not about selling the bricks. It's because when I listen to Jay shit, he's not just trying to glorify shit. He's not just trying to say, yo, I'm the biggest dope dealer. He's trying to say, yo, here goes the ups and the downs. And he tells you about more downs than ups. The ups he talks about is his musical ups.
You know what? This is what I'm going to do, man. Because maybe I missed something. I'm going to go back and listen to this nigga shit and see what am I missing. Because I studied these niggas. But what am I missing that you're connected with? I have to go back. Like, what am I do lyrically or whatever, metaphorically? Like, what am I missing? for real. I feel like I'm missing out on something. I'm like, what the hell did I miss?
Yeah, what did he say? He said, listen, I gotta study this nigga.
I'm gonna study that nigga, man.
Check it out. One day you're cruising in your 7, next day you're sweating, forgetting your lies. Alibis ain't matching up, bullshit catching up. Hit with the repo, they repo your vehicle. Everything was all good just a week ago. About to start bitching, ain't you? Ready to start snitching, ain't you? Niggas, that's happening today, yo.
I bet Big
these are verses he wrote in the 90s, nigga. You know, that shit that's happening today. He told these niggas in the 90s, this is what's gonna be happening. Y'all niggas gonna be all good a week ago, but now you get hit with the RICO, talking on your people, yo. About to
and Biggie made the 10 crack
start
commandments.
bitching up.
And Biggie made the 10 crack commandments.
Yeah.
I mean, but one been gone for 25 years, so we can't even mention the two.
Right.
So like one had a whole 25 years.
And to be as dope as Biggie was, I'm not sure
he can't fuck with Jay.
No, as dope. No, I'm not saying he can't fuck with Jay. I'm saying I don't know what would have happened if he would have still been alive. I don't know how him and Diddy's relationship would have panned out, because most of the people that Diddy worked with, he don't work with no more. You know, and when he stopped working with them, their music changed. Their skills kind of stayed the same, but their music changed and they wasn't hitting like they was. You know? So if Biggie was still alive, he could have been the king on top of Jay, or he could have been like Mace.
But listen.
You think Big would have got religious and bowed out?
Not religious and bowed out, but we don't really hear from him no more. We don't hear music contracts and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. Biggie Smalls was too big. You can't muzzle him. He had a whole bird behind him.
Right. But he also signed to Diddy. And we have no clue what that contract looked like.
But Biggie was out. You know this.
And if their friendship would have got twisted, we have no clue how that relationship would have ended.
You know that Lil' Kim was never signed to Bad Boy.
Nah, she was signed up.
Yeah, I know that.
Big.
Biggie was setting up his own shit. He was gonna fulfill his obligation and go do his own shit. Like we can't say, oh, he would have gone.
That's interesting. You say that. Did Big die? Wait, when did Big die? 90 what?
97. March 9th, 97.
97? When did Un get stabbed?
Un got stabbed, I want to say
99, I think.
Probably 2002 or 4. I think that's when they were doing the best of the both worlds. I'm not guilty. You remember?
Yeah.
About 2004.
Because you know, I wonder like this. That incident right there, right? With Un getting stabbed. How would that have made Big and Jay's relationship?
Jay would have never done that shit. He wouldn't.
Yeah, because there was some type of tension or something between them at some point, so maybe that shit would have got calmed down or something else, you know? But
that was all behind Charlie Baltimore.
You know?
And
Cam says Big is the reason that Cam is signed.
Yeah.
Because Big wanted to sign Cam.
To Entertainment.
Yeah.
To Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah. Because Entertainment was pretty much
still
big.
full time next to Snoop. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. What? These are some dope hypotheticals to ask though, and wonder, and we never know. We never know. You know, we just know that motherfuckers in the positions they are now. Salute.
Definitely.
You know. And I ain't mad at it, but I do think Jay's in the top spot. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it.
And I say it
for being consistent.
For being consistent.
Consistency is what it puts him. I get it.
Because
Consistency is
being
definitely
consistent
what puts him in the top 5.
and not just being consistent, but also growing. Like his bars today aren't the same bars from 10 years ago. You know, as much as I love the locks, these niggas are still selling drugs in their rhymes.
But
You know
I mean, elevate.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Jay-Z is not selling drugs no more.
You know who I like? Because I feel like he ain't selling drugs no more in some of his joints too. Mr. Nice and Smooth. Mr. Y'all forget about me, but I do my numbers. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's grown as well.
You know what I'm saying? But like, what I mean is like consistently. Fab is very consistent. It's just on the low.
Yeah, Fab comfortable.
You get what I'm saying? Like he keeps Fab stay with music. Fab don't leave you out there without no new music from him too long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Fab had a hit. When the last time Fab had a hit? Because I love Fab.
See, that's why you need to be in New York at that point. With that, because
he been doing great with the soul tapes, but when last time he had a hit.
Oh, see, but he eats off the soul tape, so maybe he's a little different. I don't think Fab has to drop the studio album.
Yeah, because I mean, what you killing him? Was that his last joint?
That wasn't too. He dropped the last shit that I remember really making some noise was Cold Summer.
And that was a mixtape, right?
Summertime Shootout was the name of the mixtape. Yeah.
And that was a mixtape.
Yeah, and that came out like 2019. That came out like 2019.
But like you remember how Fab used to drop like hits? Like he'll be on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, but so good. Cause we getting ready to get up out of here anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's late. I think that's everything we got on the docket tonight. You know, we could have gone on and on with that little hip hop conversation we had going on there. It was that shit got
intense.
Yeah, it did, you know. But I think that's everything we got for tonight. We will be back next week. Yo, DC, thanks for joining us tonight, man.
For having me.
Where you gonna be at again tomorrow night?
Shoot, listen, the dude didn't put the address on the flyer, but it's gonna be in Ybor 7th Avenue.
Ybor 7th Ave.
Yeah, hit me up on Instagram d.c.__813.
That's what's up.
Got the flyer on the page.
That's what's up. All right, so yo, hit him up on Instagram d.c.__, and that's how you get in contact with the homie. Yeah. You know, and that's everything for tonight. Let's see. May your weekend be great. Do your best to stay sucker free and keep a smile on your face, baby. We out.
Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. Khary's crib. Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. Khary's crib.
Weaponizes.